hit hard, make the whole ball fall. Little bit sweet, little bit reckless. You can't hang, you can't handle Texas heat. Hands up high if you feel this heat. Dust in the...
Hey, how's it going out there? This is Boost Stars Guitars, the hit list where music meets mission. BSG in the house. Tracy Two-Step, Neil Sparkman. How are you doing over there, Neil?
I'm doing great. Good evening, everyone. We're excited to have you on board with us tonight. Join another great conversation tonight. We're going out east again to Kentucky tonight, and I'm excited because we've got another veteran in the house. So looking forward to that.
A great one in the house tonight.
Yeah,
I feel like family's in just because I know a couple of things. I won't tell them right now because I'm going to let him. But some people he's around. I'm from Nashville, and so there's some people I know extremely well there that he has found. And I'm like, okay, well then now we're just family, because when I go there, I'm not kidding. I mean, we all, like, I've stayed at their place, they've stayed at mine, like brothers and sisters, y'all, because they've served. And then my son, it's a whole story for me being from there, but this is not my story tonight. It is Weston Robinson. His name is Weston. I love his name. Weston Robinson. Say that again.
It rolls pretty easily.
Right off the tongue. I love that. Weston Robinson is on Boost Stars Guitars, BSG. We do like to highlight our veterans, our survivors of the fallen, firefighters, and what I consider to be heroic individuals that we want to lift up in the community, who are doing something out there to make it a better place, a better community. They're giving back. They remember there are siblings of the fallen, and that is huge with me. Siblings of the fallen, we need to do more. We got to take care of this. And so music is very universal as far as the language, brings people together. As you see, Neil over here will say Patriot Fest. He lists Patriot Fest up there. We do have that. We own Patriot Fest together, and we're working on a lot of different things. Neil being a veteran, thank you for your service too, Neil. Me being a Gold Star mom and now signing myself up, not only for our own nonprofit, but now I'm on American Gold Star Moms. The congressional charters are out there. I'm on their board. So we got a lot going on because we've got a big mission, and our mission includes music. Music is very therapeutic, everybody. I can tell you from firsthand experience, if I didn't sit and write as much as I wrote and get myself, just dig it down into the music, I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know, because it's being able, even if that song never goes anywhere, the music is soothing. It's universal. It is, hey, Liz, I see you over there. You have to pay attention tonight. It is Weston Robinson in the house, and we are sergeant2stepfoundation.org, and that's a 2. You do not spell two-step, everybody. Do not spell two-step. The number 2, you see that? Sergeant, SGT, 2stepfoundation.org. You can check everything out there and become more involved. We are all over the place looking for all sorts of people, and we have a lot going on. Neil, I'd like to grab our guest. How about you?
Let's go.
Oh, he said, let's go.
Let's go. It's time to roll.
Welcome to the show, Weston Robinson. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. It's great to meet you. You know, it is.
Absolutely. It's great to meet y'all.
I'm out there from Nashville. I'm in between both. So Texas and Nashville, but I grew up in Nashville, and I know a lot about Nashville before the bridal community came and like devoured it.
Yeah, those were the good times.
Those were some really good times. There's still some good times, y'all.
Oh yeah, but it's more Midtown now. It's a different. It's not Broadway no more.
No, Midtown's where the
party's at. You gotta go where the locals go, and I'm always quiet. I don't tell them where I go if I'm coming back home. So
there's a few hidden gems.
Yeah, there you go. There's a really small place near don't tell them where. Near the RCA studios, who has one of the best producers, but there's a really small place, catty cornered, awesome little place to go to. So one of my favorites. Yep, one of my favorites. Out there in Nashville, Tennessee, Weston Robinson came way of Label 22.
Yes,
Label 22 has been a nonprofit out in Nashville, which is now also as a label working with our veterans, and they are working with veterans families. I know about Birdie. I know she's there. And then they don't have a gold star yet. I've been talking to Doc, and I need to talk to Steven, actually.
Good luck getting a hold of him.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say hi through you. Say hi to Cochran for me.
I will.
For Steven, and listen, if y'all don't know that history, Steven Cochran out there in Nashville and his family, that is why that all exists. Just, I'm going to say that much. So y'all, Steven Cochran, thank you for his service. Doc Spivey, you know, we love you. Thank you for everything that you're doing out there. Eddie Gore, all of you out there. And you got Brooks Herring now.
Yep.
I was after them forever saying, Brooks. I dragged him along with me to
listen. I'm tall. I'm 6'3". Brooks makes me look short.
Yeah.
I met him for the first time, and I've never really felt small. And I looked up. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, that's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I'm 6'3" as well, Weston, and I used to fly professional basketball teams around.
Oh, okay.
And when you see somebody that looks really short on the TV skate player and realize that they're taller than you, it's pretty mind blowing. So yes, Brooks
yes,
Arian is very
tall. Well, I love Brooks. Brooks, there's events that happen every year, and because Two Step is from there and I'm from there, they do honor him. And Brooks came out for one of those, and they were doing a 5K or a something K. And listen, I was not in the mood to be doing any of that. I'm a foodie. I did not want to go exercise. He made me go walk. He made me go. He's like, you can do it. You can do it. We had Billy Ray.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, and I missed Billy Ray. So Billy Ray Cyrus came out. He played, and he was trying to catch me because we have a song together. And he was out there in Iraq when my kid was there. So there's a bond. Yeah, there's a bond there, and that is how he is. His official stamp of approval on sergeant2stepfoundation.org. That's how that came about. And then we got a song that we did together. Yeah. And then that was the day I was late to show up for this run that they were kicking off. Because listen, as the mom, I knew I was just going to go over and see his picture, say hi to everybody. I wasn't going to participate in this run. He shows up early to come say hi to me. And yeah, I did the, I'm going to sleep in a little bit.
Which the early is unexpected with him.
Well, for me too. Like, I'm a night person, y'all. I'm a night person.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah. So yeah, but he did. So that's a great story there. And I was there with Label 22 shooting the video with Sal G, another great artist. I got to get him back. You know, I've worked for a couple of different stations, and now we are with multiple stations. We've had a lot of changes, good changes. TV. So we've got a lot going on with you, Weston Robinson. So let's get into a little bit more about you.
Yes, ma'am.
And who you are, where you come from, where did you get into music? Who do you look at when you think of music as your icon? And now that you're out there in Nashville, I've got questions about that little circle they took and put it over in the building because I liked where it was. And I want to hear from you. Let's go, Weston.
Let's do it.
Go for it.
My name is Weston Robinson. Originally, I'm from Paducah, Kentucky, so about 2 hours away from Nashville, not very far. I went down quite a few times growing up, whether it's like back to school shopping or anything like that. We were always going down. Went to a few Titans games and Preds games. What's funny is I never really played music growing up. I was in band for like a year, but I don't have the patience to sit and learn guitar. And I waited till I was about 17 years old. I broke up with in high school, and I was like, you know what? That's going to make the girls fall in love with me. No. So I taught myself and kind of put it on the back burner for a little because I realized that wasn't how it went. And when I was in high school, I decided I wanted my college paid for and went to the Army. I served 5 years, did one deployment over to Djibouti, Africa. And after getting out, I met my current wife, and we started having babies.
He said current.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a reason why there's a song called What
Yeah,
It Is.
that is
Um,
correct. I got you.
yep, yep, you got it.
I caught
So
it.
had my first daughter, or my only daughter, my oldest daughter. She's 6. Her name's Mila Robinson. She's actually with her grandparents right now. And then we've got 2 boys, Harvey Robinson and Whitley Robinson.
Ooh,
Um, Harvey was off of the show Suits. If you guys have ever
Love
watched
it.
that, Harvey
love
Specter.
that show. Oh
That
my
was
Spectre Pearson,
gosh.
baby. Spectre
Yep.
Yeah,
Pearson.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I
So
love it.
we that was our first show me and my wife watched together. So we were like, we thought it was like, kind of a unique name. And then we named our latest boy Whitley after Keith Whitley. And so when we first got together, me and my wife, she didn't realize I played guitar. And when I was sitting in the house and I brought it out, started playing, she's like, you can play? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. So I sat at home most of the time and just playing for my daughter and for her. And ended up, I was like, I kind of want to play a show and see if I can do it. My grandpa did it all growing up, and I've got 2 of his records sitting at the house from him being in a Southern gospel band. And so I started working towards like a little set list, got about, 40 songs learned, and went and played my very first show in November of 2024, like 2 weeks after my first son was born. Did okay. It was a little nerve wracking. And for work, we ended up leaving Paducah, Kentucky, moving to Bowling Green, Kentucky. So about 45 minutes, an hour north of Nashville.
Yep.
And I ended up meeting a few guys here that were like-minded like myself, and started a little band at first. Didn't really think much of it, just kind of killing time, letting let like kind of like personal life sit to the side for a second and getting a jam out. Ended up booking a few shows, and it started going crazy, getting booked all over Bowling Green, and met a few guys in Nashville, and they were like, "Hey, come down, let's write, let's hang out. We'll kind of show you the ropes down here." And my very first time in Nashville to play music was September. I feel bad for this. It was my buddy's birthday. His very first day I met him. He just moved to town from Iowa. I think it was September 25th or 26th, somewhere in there. I played a writers round, very first time in Nashville for music. And
That's an
by
experience.
oh yes, it was at Live Oak on Demumbrian. And
Oh, come on, yeah.
oh
Memories.
yeah, there have
Yeah.
been some nights out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Many.
by actually speaking of, that's the same place I met Sal
Oh,
Gonzalez at.
really?
Yes,
Yeah.
so that's how it's all kind of full circle. The very first place I played in Nashville was where I met Sal. We were using the restroom at the same time and just started cutting up, and did the
That's
Nashville
fun.
handshake. We handed each other's phones, followed each other on Instagram, and I saw it said USMC in his bio. I'm like, "You Marine?" He's like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, "Well, I'm Army." And he was like, "Oh, no kidding." He goes, "You play music?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, I got some guys for you to meet." So
Dang.
he
I did
brought
not
me up.
know that boys did that in the bathroom too, like girls.
Yes. Yeah,
I,
we just don't talk about it as much as y'all do.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good. I'm glad because you met a good one. Sal
Yes, I did.
G is amazing. Right here, we've got 99.9, everybody. KERB 99.9. Don't forget, go down and download 99.9. We are on the station. I see you out there checking out Weston Robinson, saying hello. Keep going, Weston. I am
Yes, ma'am.
watching the people as they come through one of our main radio stations there. She's tuned right in listening to you.
Awesome. So me and Sal started our friendship there, and I got to meet Steven that night, got to meet Bobby, and just some
Oh,
great guys.
Bobby.
Oh yes. Oh
He loves
yes.
to dance.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, and he's
Yes,
good,
he
too.
does. he's a hoot. And
Yeah.
we were all sitting outside just kind of BSing together, talking, and I got Steven's phone number, got Sal's phone number. Me and Sal ended up going over to RCA to write, and wrote a pretty good song for our first one. He's actually going to be releasing it on the next project, if I'm not mistaken. I won't give any more details on that. But that was my first song written at RCA. And then shortly after, another 2 or 3 months later, I was just talking to Sal and was like, "Hey man, like how does this whole label thing work? Like, how do you get signed?" He goes, "Let me make a call." Just doesn't say bye, doesn't do anything, just hangs up, calls Bobby and Steven, and then he texts me and goes, "Hey, can you be at RCA like next week, like next Tuesday?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine." And then had a meeting with Steven and Bobby, and had a few others in the room. and Brooks was actually there too, and just talked about kind of what I was looking for, what they were willing to offer, and this and that. And within a month, I got signed to them.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, I took
Congratulations on
Brooks to
that.
them
Thank you.
multiple times because they, were a really good nonprofit out there, and they've transitioned to where now they're able to act as a label and a nonprofit, and
Yes.
they've signed so many more people just since Brooks came in. So, but Chris Turner, Sal G, we've got the originals, the OGs that have been
Oh,
out there.
yes.
Stephen Cochran is the OG, actually.
I'll tell you a kind of a full circle moment too. So I grew up with divorced parents and going to both houses, and my dad's side always watched the Wheel of Fortune. My mom's side was the Voice, America's Got Talent, all that. I specifically remember watching Sal's America's Got Talent audition.
Yeah, he was on America's Got
Yes,
Talent. Yeah,
I specifically remember that, and as soon as realized who it was,
yeah.
I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I was in 2014, I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I was sat there and like, I thought that was like the most inspirational thing.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
getting to meet him, get a write with him, being able to call him a friend like that, I just was blown away.
Yeah, I came
It's
out
so
when
crazy.
Sal, when he got to go stand at the Grand Ole Opry, and a lot of people don't know his
Yes.
story right now. We'll get him on and we'll say why that's important. We'll let him do it. But
Yes.
being able to go stand in that little circle, I say it like that because I'm from there, because I know the original Grand Ole Opry crawled around in that place from birth, literally.
Oh,
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
Sal actually, I was in town. He and Chris Turner did a show, and then Sal went and got to do his debut at the Grand Ole Opry. So I was blessed, and that's actually how I met Spivey. So
Really?
he got sat down beside me. I knew everybody else, and I'm talking about an event that's happening the next day that I had invited a lot of people to. And he's like, "What do you mean?" Because I'm talking about the artist, and he's
Yes.
like, and I didn't know who this guy was. So, and then he comes up to me later and he's like, "Where's it at?" And I give him the address, and he shows up the next day. And he's like, "Oh, so I'm with blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, well, hey, nice to
Small
meet you."
world.
Small world. Yeah. Yeah. I'm usually, I'm not a name person. It's like, I don't care if you're the CEO or you're the janitor, if you're a good person, and writing and just being around that good energy, that's
Yes.
what I'm looking for. So environments are very important. I mean, right now and today, we need to be asking each other, like, how are you doing? Like, is everything all right? Making sure there's someone there to pick up the phone. Y'all remember that if you do need someone, you can go to 988. There are other areas I would push you to, but this is not that show for me to do that on. We have another show for that, but I have to say it because we just went there. So Weston Robinson, are you actually in Nashville now full time, or are you still in Kentucky?
I'm still technically in Kentucky. I'm in Nashville like half the week. I drive down right now, just trying. We're still in our lease, but I go down and I stay with one of my buddies, Tristan Grisham. That's who I write pretty much every song with. That was the one I met at Live Oak on his birthday, the very first time I got to come play.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Hey, just come stay. I've got an extra bedroom. So like whenever I play on Broadway or play in Midtown, wherever else, that way I'm not driving back and forth all the time." So he's a good one too.
Well, I've got another one for you, so I'll get him mixed with you, and it's Dan Corio. He was a New York Police Department and Fire Department, his whole family during 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's moved to Nashville now, and he's playing, and he is good, and he's a great friend. So I have
Awesome.
not introduced him to anyone yet. I keep it in my back pocket on, there's reasons that I do things, and there's timing for everything. So
There is.
the transitions that I've even made over here with Neil, we needed to take care of things. And so there's going to be a time, but that is something on the back channels. I should get you connected to him. As a
I would
matter of
love
fact.
that.
That would be a good one, Trace.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to be in town. I come into town all the time. So
Let me know when you're here too.
yeah, I will. I've already gotten a message from one of the guys, I won't say who, asking me and saying, well, I was like, well, who's Michael? I was like, okay, well, yeah, give him my number. And of course, our radio station, one of them is tuned in right now. She's like, yes, you can have, you want this many hours for the veterans, and you want your shows. And I'm like, yes, I have to have that. If I get that, then I'm willing to sit here for free and do the whole show for you, as long as you allow us to have our veterans and survivors of the fallen, whether that's fire, whether that's Gold Star. People don't know what Gold Star is. That is why you hear me say survivors of the fallen. If I can get their music in there and you will let me do that, then heck yeah, I'll sit here for you. So we're cooking along between that and the CMAs and our nonprofit and TV, and it's turned into a lot of great things. And actually, a buddy of yours is a buddy of mine, Chris Lozano.
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful wife, beautiful family. Chris is out there, of all things, stuck doing a Vegas residency.
Feels so bad for him.
No, I just feel so bad.
It's terrible.
Trace.
I mean, just being at Gillies and Old Reds and everywhere else that he's at.
I would hate it so much out there, you know.
Oh, I know, right? He's so good. He was like, Trace, I don't want to not show up for you. And I was like, it's all good, man. Just pass my number along. And he's like, you know what? He sent me 2 people. You're the one who responded. So the other one, if you're listening, and I know you're going to know who he is because I'll tell you on the back channel, I won't call him out. He better respond.
Give us a call.
Give us a call.
Yeah.
But Weston responded immediately.
Yeah, don't let your veteran family down, buddy.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, we got one in the house right now. Brian Wayne Perry. There's your big music guy there in Nashville. Brian Wayne Perry. How is that going? Love you. What is it up? He says, what is up, Sparky? What it is what he said. He didn't
What it
say
is.
what it
Sparky in
is.
the house.
Yeah, that is
You know.
Brian Wayne Perry. We're talking about, that's a whole different thing than Label 22. Yeah. Brian Wayne Perry and, his father, Wayne Perry, big deal there in Nashville. Big deal in songwriting.
Big royalty.
Yeah, it is royalty.
So they produced Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, he's tuned in right now too. So you never know.
Awesome. Some other notable great '90s acts as well. So
you got some good people tuned in to you.
Good people hanging out with us here. So
I love it. I love it.
And Brian, we just had Liz Tay on, and she's over here on another channel I've got running, saying hello. We were like sisters. Liz Tay, y'all check her out again. Her and I were like this, like everything that I got so many messages afterwards going, are y'all sisters for real? And I was like, no, we're not. But great individual, Weston. So when I meet good people like that, I'm like, oh, we've got to all connect together. So I'm telling you so that you never know who's watching or paying attention. Yeah. Before this show, I had a prior show. I had the Billboard charts in here, paying attention, telling me which song, which veteran, what number they're at. So they work pretty close with us. Yeah, it is really good. They take care of us, and we take care of them. So
what we're seeing here is you're joining the Boot Stars and Guitars family, and
that's what it is.
We're growing big leaps and bounds, and it's all about networking. So
he's talking about Brian Wayne Perry is saying, Wayne Perry. It was Tim McGraw, Toby Keith, and the Backstreet Boys. Put that all together.
Oh my gosh.
That's just that's what we call evergreen.
Hey Dave, how are you doing? We love it. We love it. Everything at T3R, those are our family too. So it's nice to see you. Weston, you've got some big people tuning in to say hello. And I have a rule.
It's such a good feeling.
I have a rule on the show.
What's that?
If you show up holding a guitar, you have to use it.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna complain.
Hey, what's his safety device?
You can't hug it.
See, it's a comfort thing. Even on stage, even if I don't, I act like I play it, and I just hide behind it.
It just feels good, right?
Well, when you do it for so long, I played one song. I had a show in Paducah, Kentucky, and playing at the Johnson Bar, and somebody requested Nickelback, so we played it. And I had 2 other guitars on stage. So I'm like, I'm going to put this down. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I went and put it back on and just didn't play it. I'm like, now I feel like me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's up to you if you're going to play or not. I asked
100%.
Then let's get to it. Let's get to some music while we've got people tuning in here. And then I will have your music in here as well that I will play after. So let's get to, what are you going to do?
Which one do you want me to do first?
Well, don't do the ones that I have, because the ones that I have,
Okay.
I'll play them. So you could even do
Ooh.
a cover. Do what you're comfortable with.
Oh, let's do that. Give me
Do an
one
influence.
second. What'd you say?
Do an influence.
I'll do an influence. Okay, okay.
Who
That's gonna be.
influenced you?
Let me see here.
You got 2 screens going. I got 5 going, Dave.
Oh my gosh.
She's just slightly ADD.
Yeah, we got a restriction earlier. There was a song that was being played that had several references in it. It's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it wasn't even a bad word.
I did that on TikTok before. Somebody requested a song by Eric Clapton, and I
Yeah.
played it, and I'm like, okay, it's a song, but that's cool.
Yeah, we're on that channel too. I mean, I really consider our radio stations and TV stations to be our channels. I love our social platforms. They're engaged right now. I shout out to them and I pull them up. But Jeff, yeah, I see you over there. Where are we going? Tell me, what are we doing?
It's the little beach song. I did a cover of this the other night, sitting in the hotel room. A little bit of Blake Shelton. Some
Here we go.
beach.
Let's do
Some
it.
beach.
Some beach.
Driving down the interstate, running 30 minutes late, singing Margaritaville and minding my own. Some phone call driving to a road. Beside me talking on his cell phone. Started yelling at me like I did something wrong. Let me the bird, and he was gone. Some beach, somewhere. There's a big umbrella cast in shade over an empty chair. Palm trees are growing, warm breezes blow. I picture myself right there on some beach somewhere. Well, I circle the parking lot, trying to find a spot just big enough I could park my own truck. Man with a big cigar, was getting into his car. Stopped and I waited for him to back up. From out of nowhere, Mercedes Benz came cruising up, tried in some beach somewhere. There's no way to do it, and you got all day to get there. It's cold margaritas, I say senoritas, smiling with long dark hair on some beach somewhere. Well, I sit in that waiting room, seemed like all afternoon. Nurse finally said the dog's ready for you. Not gonna feel a thing, give you some Novocaine. But you told me fine and it meant okay. He stuck the needle down deep in my gums. He started drilling where I was numb. Some beach somewhere. There's a beautiful sunset burning up the atmosphere. With this music and dance, lovers romance, songs of the evening there on some beach somewhere. On some beach somewhere.
Yes.
A bit of Blake
Sun
Shelton right
Beach.
there.
There you go, Sun Beach. Yeah, that was
I
perfect.
used to listen to that in the car with my dad all the time.
Yes, I
I
loved
think
that.
I need a
loved
margarita
that.
now.
Yeah, well, we just finished up a full Parrot Head show. I have a lot of
Yeah.
the original Jimmy Buffett songs in here, ironically.
Oh,
You
let
know,
me
I was
Jimmy
being
Buffett.
honoring having some Kentucky Brown
Well,
tonight.
there
But,
you
you know,
go.
Oh,
I'm having Canes, but they don't pay any bills, so I don't like to call out names. So if you're a brand and you'd like to sponsor, get in touch. Otherwise, I'm not going to say your name.
yeah,
bingo.
brown water and agave juice was fine by me. So, you know,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh Lord, I'd be on. Oh, I'm a foodie. Like we can. Well, let's go eat, and then
Oh,
I
yeah,
have a couple, but
yeah,
I'd rather
all
go
day.
eat. I'm a foodie. Yep. So, Weston,
Yes,
where
ma'am.
can people find you? I am curious about websites. I'm curious if you prefer a certain platform. Do you have a website out there?
I don't have a website. I use Linktree for all my stuff, and I've got it on the bios of my Instagram and Facebook. If you guys look up Weston Robinson Music,
Okay.
I'll come up on almost every single platform.
There you go.
Mainly Instagram. That's the one I'm most active on, but I post all my schedules, the whole 9 yards on Facebook as well.
Yep, most definitely. And we love TikTok. I have to say that because we are on multiple channels and they get very jealous when you say certain platforms and you don't say them. We love you. I
I
just
did TikTok live. Actually, I talked to Chris Lozano about it. I did TikTok live middle of 2024 to the beginning of 2025 and did the lives and stuff for a while, and that was a fun time.
well, and a lot's changed. So there's a lot going on right now, a lot of changing,
Yes.
a lot with Meta, and there's a lot with agencies. And so the business side. So being on the
Yes.
business side of it, I'm over here paying attention to it for you. Most importantly, we want you on air. We are not just a podcast that's turning on a social media channel. So every bit of music, if you have your codes in order, I would imagine you would be in mine as an artist.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Be in mine. You've got your codes all lined out and everything. We send the metadata and it goes over to our stations and then we take care of it from there. So as
Awesome.
long as I get that, then I can forward that over and you're not just on our show, but our stations give us the extra hours for our veterans. Remember that.
That's so
Because
cool.
we're going to run into a lot of them out there. And I'll be in Nashville September around
Okay.
probably Labor Day. I know that Neil is, but I'm going to be there 3 times in the next few months. I just won't say exactly because we're live everywhere.
Sure.
So
yeah. So
I'll be sure.
there. I'll be there Labor Day weekend. Are you in town?
Actually, I know I've got a show Friday, Saturday, and I've got a show that Sunday too. We're actually playing a houseboat. We just played it. This houseboat show this past weekend. That was the coolest experience I've ever gotten. We got to the parking lot by the marina at about 10:30 or so. They drove a speedboat up, picked us up, loaded all the equipment in the speedboat, took us 20 minutes across the lake. And we pull up. There's 6 houseboats tied together. So we sat on one of the little docks, the little balcony
Yes.
of
Yeah.
the houseboat, and
What
played off
lake?
it. Del Hollow Lake in Burkesville, Kentucky,
There you go.
out by Mike's Landing.
That's a massive lake.
Oh, it shocked me. I'd never been
Yeah.
over
And
that
when
way.
you said 20 minutes, I was like, there's only a few lakes in Kentucky that are that big.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was such a fun time. We got to the boat at about 11:30. And one of the women that were out in the lake were like, "Get them boys." It was me and my buddy Tristan. "Get them boys a drink." And the guy driving the boat was like, "Guys, it's not even noon yet. I doubt they want a drink." I'm like, don't put words in my mouth.
it's 5
Like,
o'clock
well,
somewhere.
yeah, bingo. Alan Jackson, Jimmy Buffett said it best.
Yeah. That's
I
awesome.
have a message here. Maybe you can decipher it for me. 4 shots of agave juice, fresh lemon and lime, a couple shots of kombucha,
That's why you're a
topped with
foodie.
OJ and garlic sea salt rim. What the heck is that?
That would be a B-dub margarita,
A what?
a Brian Wayne margarita,
which part
a
is the
B-dub
alcohol?
margarita.
Where's the alcohol? Because I see a whole lot of
Agave juice.
There's alcohol in that?
That's what makes tequila, dear.
Oh,
He
I'm
said
learning-
it
I'm
too.
learning new stuff.
He said it too.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on the same playing
Mom,
field
yep.
right now, Weston.
I'm telling you, we got to train
Neil's
you guys.
laughing. Look,
We
what
got to
you did
train
me,
you guys. I
Brian.
mean, this is terrible.
Brian, you messed me up
Terrible.
over here.
See, this is, I wasn't going to say anything, but us Air Force guys, we know these things.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the fancy ones.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did not know about the fancy margarita. I do
Hey,
know about
that is the first one I've seen with
Vodka,
garlic sea
Red
salt.
Bull.
That's very
elevated.
specific.
That is very elevated. And kombucha.
See, I know what this is. I don't have to ask y'all. I know what mezcal is. I know exactly.
Well, you might as well
what that is.
smoke it too, Brian. You got to smoke the mezcal.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we're gonna get Brian and Neil in here into a whole thing about it. Yep, it's the bomb.
What? I
there
think
it is, and that
it's
means
the
a
bomb.
drink. It means the drink. It means a drink.
I think we're gonna have to do a cocktail hour on BSG
We will. We'll do cocktail hour. Brian's gonna tune
and have
in,
people
give it all
drop
to
in.
us. There you go. What's your
Hey,
favorite
make this
cocktail?
one. Try it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's your favorite cocktail out there, everybody? That would be off the chain, Brian says. Yep. Brian, look what you started. All right. We'll
There it
get
is.
credit to Brian Wayne Perry. There it is.
I think it's gonna have to be a remote session.
Favorite cocktail can give it to
Going
me.
TDY
Let me
Weston.
know. Hey, Funky
What,
Daddy.
what'd you say?
We're going TDY Weston. Here we go.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, that sounded like something else. I'm glad that y'all explained it. Boots, Stars, Guitars, and Bourbon Shoot. Is it supposed to say shots, Brian? Boots, Stars, Guitars, and Bourbon Shots, I bet.
Hey, well, bourbon shots and shooting. I mean, it's all kind of.
Oh,
there.
shoot.
It's all roped
When
together.
I say, we're about to get in
That's what
trouble.
I
When I
said,
say shoot,
yeah.
I mean darn. I don't mean, you know what I mean?
I
So we don't get violations all over the place right now.
All right.
We're about to get canceled.
Not
All
yet.
right.
Oh, I'm messing around, but Meta doesn't like to mess around back with me.
So-
Sadly, no.
So, Weston, you were active duty Army for 5 years.
I was actually a National Guard, but we got put on active orders when we went over to Djibouti, Africa. And most of my contract, because I got in 2018, was during those COVID years. So we were activated at Lake Barkley State Park for the COVID relief. Actually, because I live here in Bowling Green now, I got sent from Paducah to Bowling Green to man the hospitals, go to the Louisville riots. I mean, it was something every single month.
You weren't protecting the Corvettes?
No, they fell in the sinkhole.
Okay.
My drummer actually works at he's a mechanic at the Corvette Museum. So he
That's
restores all the old Corvettes. His name's Jared Schaefer, and he's worked on Brad Paisley's, Jerry Lee Lewis's. He sent me 2 pictures of or 2 separate cars of Michael Jordan owned. It was really cool. They had the car phones in them, and on the call log it had like Charles Barkley's old number and the whole Magic Johnson, the whole 9 yards. He's like, dude, he goes, I kind of want to call these and see if they still work.
That'd be
I would have.
So was it one of the ones on the stand?
Yes.
the little metal, the metal pole attached to the transmission tunnel.
That's the one.
I have no clue what y'all are talking about, but it's probably before my time.
I remember. Well, I mean, you're only 27, so
29. I just hit 29
with a few years experience.
Yeah. I see
Then after that was the bag phone, if you remember that.
Bag.
Yeah,
No.
you put it on your shoulder and you went from car to car and you just plugged it into the cigarette lighter.
No way.
Oh yeah, my grandparents had one.
I did have a foster mother once that she had a car and it had this huge phone in it, like massive, the kind you would have had in a house or something. So I remember as a little kid seeing that. Yeah, big old white phone, like huge.
Yeah. It's not a tumor.
Yeah. No, thank you for
Sorry,
your
just a moment
service again. And so 5 years, and you're into music. As far as music, your influences, we already know you got Blake going on there. What would you say are your other influences around music, and what tips do you have? Are you used to being a songwriter, or are you trying to get used to being a songwriter?
I'm trying to get used to it. I've written a lot this past year. I started writing in like June of last year, and it's kind of finally started realizing like it's helped me understand music as a whole a lot more, and how stuff is formatted, and like the verses, the choruses, the bridges, like getting into it. I'm like, oh, every song has to have a bridge. No, a bridge helps tie everything back together, so you don't have to put one in every single song you write.
Yeah.
um Verses, choruses, you could do two verses in a row, then a chorus, then go back to a verse. There's so many different ways, and realizing all that, and chord progressions, and the reason why things are done a certain way. And it's really piqued my interest this last year, and diving into it a lot more deeper. And I've started falling in love more with songwriting than I have playing. I still love playing out and getting to play for people, but getting to sit in a room with your buddies and literally create something,
Yeah.
it's really special.
I can't help it. So, I mean, writing for me is a way of life. So, just from birth. So, I love it. Actually is therapeutic. I'm not kidding.
Yes, it is.
It saves
There's
me. So, that's
there's
true.
nights where I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm halfway falling asleep, and I start having a dream, and you wake up and you're like, I got to write this down.
Yeah.
You'll never
Yeah.
remember it again.
I
I
can
have pens
I
and
can,
paper all around.
I can think the same, but I'm in business, so I wake up and write down my business thoughts in the middle of the night on a notebook on the nightstand. Whereas you creatives are writing songs. So how many times a week are you writing, Weston, or how often?
I try to write 2 or 3 times a week. It really depends on the gig and schedule.
Yeah,
Because if we're going, and I'm playing 4 gigs in a week, I'm gonna try to spend those other off days with the kids, and
yeah.
really get to spend some more quality time with them. I've
That's
been
short.
busy this past month, so I haven't gotten to write probably but like twice, and it's kind of a bummer, because you get out of the swing of things when you write so much. Your engine's firing on all cylinders,
Yeah.
and then you take a small little break, and you're having like those little mental hiccups and writer's blocks, and so this past month has been a little bit slower for me, but I'm glad to be playing as much as I have been. Um,
That is a good trade-off. So for those of us, for those that are listening tonight, since you're doing a lot of Nashville writing, why don't you tell a little bit about how the blocks go? The 2 hour and 4 hour block and the writers rounds that you guys do in Nashville. Say a little bit about that.
Yeah, so if I'm going to a writers round, it's really cool. You're getting to go and network with a lot of these people. They normally have a 3 to 4 hour set, and every hour is somebody different. So you're going to have 3 or 4 writers that most of the time you've never met, and you're sitting on the same stage, getting to hear original music from those artists for an hour. After that hour, they get off, and every single time I get off, it's immediately meeting somebody new, getting Instagram phone numbers. Whether it's meeting up the next day or the next week, we're all getting back together. We're like, hey, I like the way you write. It's very similar to me. Like, I liked what your product was. Let's get together in a room, and then just hang out and watch the rest of the show, and get to watch some really talented people, to where, yeah, you can listen to the radio and hear the same 3 or 4 songs. Go to Broadway, and you're hearing the same music at every single little bar. But you go to a writers round, you never know what you're going to hear.
That's right.
Most
So
definitely. I
It's
love
such
the
a cool
writer.
experience.
and
Yeah.
and you've probably written with some people that have written hits that nobody would ever know about.
Yep.
And I mean, you could be writing with somebody that's written for Confederate Railroad, big hits, and they're just like a normal person walking down the street.
Yeah.
You would never know.
One of my buddies, this is a cool story. Christian Brown, he was just on American Idol this past season. Got voted off pretty early, but not really get in that too much. But he just had a son at that point and couldn't dedicate so much time to it. But his dad was Marty Brown, wrote "I'm from the Country" for Tracy Bird. He just had a George Strait cut to the moon. Wrote stuff for Brooks and Dunn. Has done a lot of stuff. And when I first moved to Bowling Green, I moved here for a pest control company and started working. Little did I know, I worked with him. Me and him, we talked every day in the office. I had no idea who he was at the time. We ran back into each other
Yeah.
at the music store here in town. And
Oh, Brian. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we sat there, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Why do you look familiar?" And I asked him, like, "You look familiar." And he was like, "Well, hey, I was just on American Idol." I'm like, "No, I know that. Like, I've seen it all over social media." Like, I'm like, "No, outside of that." I'm like, "What'd you do for work?" He's like, "Oh, I've done this and pest control." I'm like, "You worked for Orkin, didn't you?" And he looked at me. He goes, that's where I know you from.
Ah, there
And
you go.
since then, he's came over to the house a few times. We've gone to Nashville together, hung out, and he's such a good dude, and he's a good dad and husband too, and he's one of a kind. He sounds just like his dad too, Marty Brown.
Yeah.
It's a very special, unique voice, and I'm jealous.
That's very
Now,
cool.
now everybody's bringing up Commodore Lounge. I told
Yep.
y'all to keep the local places a secret.
You know, that place,
Too late.
hey, you know what? That place has got a great little diner in it too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. Well, there's a
So-
lot of other ones too, but we've got, that's why we have True Grit Radio and then Music Row Monsters. So we have there's a big group of us that if we do radio or podcasting or whatever we do, we're the Music Row Monsters. This is just something that somebody started a long time ago. Not a long time ago because I'm not that old, but a while back. And so I still stick with them, and we'll go show up at these smaller areas. And then writing for me is the big key. Like, I don't ever want to be singing. Now, I'll sing backup, or I might do one or two, but I can't. After I did beat cancer, though, so there's that. But it did
Wow.
take, it clipped one of my vocal cords. So
Oh,
I have
goodness.
to be careful. But I'm talking, I'm healthy, I'm
It's a
good.
blessing.
So that part is a blessing. I just keep looking up there and going, okay, he's got me. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and keep moving. You got to keep moving. But I do like the comment that I have in here. Collaborations really are the right situations to make a reality. So, and I said it different from Brian, but he said it, and I actually believe in that. So even as a writer nowadays, you know, a writer a little while back was you could make a really good living. Nowadays, everybody's a writer. Now,
Yes.
there is a difference, though. There's a difference in being a writer and a songwriter, or whatever kind of writer you want to call it. But I will say this: if you've ever been paid for writing or had something produced that was written, then you can call yourself a songwriter.
It's such a cool feeling being able to hear the song you wrote
Yeah.
on a platform. One of my
Right.
buddies, the very first song I had put out, my buddy Bryce Golden, put out a song called "Till It Runs Cold." We wrote it. We sat in his living room till 4 a.m. I mean, we were both falling asleep, but we had a good idea, and we had to be up at 7 a.m. to drive all the way to Knoxville to go watch the Tennessee and Vanderbilt game. It was my very first college football game, and this was just a few months ago, probably October, November, somewhere in
Yeah.
there. And we stayed up, wrote that song, and he was like, "I'm that's my next song. I'm cutting it. I love it." So
Wow.
get to sit at the family and be like, "Hey, I helped write this."
Yeah, that
Was
is
a really
so
cool
cool.
feeling.
I ended up at MTSU, but I really wanted to go to Vandy so bad. But I did work down there for a really long time, so I know exactly the area. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about my hometown, so really, really cool. So, do you have intentions of moving to Nashville? Let me know where
Oh,
you'll be
absolutely.
playing. And will you be playing now? Veterans Day in Nashville, Label 22, always
Yes.
was a major deal. Are you going to be doing something there?
Yes, we're in the talks right now. I'm not going to dive too much into it because we're still organizing everything, but we're going to be doing a takeover at one of the bigger bars down there.
Yeah.
Playing on the main stage, doing full band show. It's gonna be a really good day on Veterans Day, which falls on a Wednesday this year.
I know
So
what it is. I won't
Yep.
tell all of it either.
Yep.
I won't tell all of it either, but it's a really good show. It's a really good place to be. If I'm going to be downtown in Nashville, I would go to
It's
that
gonna be the place
spot.
to be.
Yeah, it's going to be the place to be. So, but I would come in with the labeling you guys rather than. That's the only way y'all are getting me into downtown Nashville. I'm not kidding. Spivey gets me to go down there. We'll finish up at RCA, whatever's happening, and man, it's the only time I go to downtown is Spivey's ready to go, and I'm like, all right, I'll
Let's
go.
let's hit it.
So it's always a blast, though. Just good people, all of them that have served, and just like a family. So you couldn't have found a better group there. You have to tell them all
No,
that
they
stuff.
literally overnight we're family. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
such a finding people that are all like-minded and have similar experiences and that
Maybe
are able
not
to
all,
understand.
but most.
Yes. And they're
I
so great.
I was joking, but
So they're such great people, and I love every one of them, and can't thank them enough for giving me
yeah,
the opportunity, because I mean it could have been anybody.
yeah,
And
most definitely.
I
You
played
found
my
the right
very
people.
I mean I played my very first show, like paid show, in May of 2025, and which was here in Bowling Green. And
Cool.
within a year, I got signed to Label 22, and have been down in Nashville. And it literally feels like a long time, because it took a year is a long time, but in all reality, there's some people that work 10, 20 years towards what I'm doing. And it's definitely a blessing. The Lord's put me in the right positions and put me in front of the right people, and I definitely don't take it for granted.
Most
Yeah, and
definitely.
that's
I
a
love
pretty quick
everything
trajectory.
Yes.
that you're saying right here. I am looking for a song here. It is time for a song. We are on radio, TV. Everybody's like, "Where's your music?" I've got it, and I'm going to let him explain. It's Weston Robinson is going to explain after I play it.
Okay.
I'm going to play this song, and it is called, and this is why I made a joke earlier. It is called "My Next Ex-Wife." Don't say anything. Let's just listen, and then we'll talk about it. Here it goes. My next ex-wife. I love saying that.
I've been camel crushing on the Waffle House waitress. Knows the way I like my eggs and my bacon. She's a good-hearted woman that loves some whaling. A little box-top beauty who was made for me. Won't chew whiskey, but she loves it green. Got a Tweety Bird's head above her low-rise jeans. I got half a mind to crawl over this counter, give her a call me crazy, but I think we could have a good thing. We could have a T-post, fence mutts in the yard, cigarette butts and a BBR. Save our cash in a Folgers can, spend it on new use minivan. For my 3 kids, buy 2 baby moms. Hope she don't mind a little drama. Might be the coffee talking, but I think we could have a good life. And I think I'd like her to be my next ex-wife. Put a double line down behind her daddy's barn. If her brother shit's clear, I'll get the farm. I'll be happy with just the truck. Got red flags in her Copenhagen halo. Got a thing for fried green tomatoes. And she knows how to test her luck. We could have a T-post, fence butts in the yard, cigarette butts and a BBR. Save our cash in a Folgers can, spend it on a new use minivan. My 3 kids, buy 2 baby mamas. Hope she don't mind the little drama. Might be the coffee talking, but I think we can have a good life. And I think I'd like her to be my next ex-wife. It may not last forever, that's the truth, but I'll hang around as long as she wants me to. We could have a T-post, fence mutts in the yard, and cigarette butts in a PBR. Save our cash in a Folgers can, spend it on a new used minivan. For my 3 kids, buy 2 baby mamas. Hope she don't mind a little drama. Might be the coffee talking, but I think we can have a good life.
Now, earlier, y'all heard that Weston made a stop that, please. Weston made a reference. That is the reason that I laughed, was because I knew about this song. I had heard this song, and I had been for the last like 48 hours going, I want to know about this, because you'll hear my, the husbands, all that, you got George Strait's song, all my exes live in Texas, you got all this. And I was like, my next ex-wife, he put that in an actual song.
Yep.
So
Funny enough, I didn't have a hand in writing this song. I was out of town playing a show, and my buddies Tristan Grisham, Bryce Golden, and Austin McKinley got together, and they just had the idea of like my next ex-wife, and they thought about it, and they're like, "Who can we write about?" And they all three lit up and were like, "Weston." Yeah. I got married at 19, divorced at 20.
Yeah.
And then me and my wife got married in 2023 after 20 days of knowing each other. And very quick, it's had its ups and downs just like every relationship does. But
work in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And everybody's joke is like, that's gonna be my next ex-wife. So they wrote into a song, and they let me listen to it. It was one of those they wrote just to kind of kill time and just to kind of get the wheel spinning again. And I'm like, dude, I want that song. I want to cut it. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, it fits me. And they're like, well, we wrote it about you. So yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's a funny one. I played it for my wife, and she was like, is that a song about me? I'm like, no, it's about my next ex-wife. And she didn't think that was too funny. I did. I was cackling, but she didn't find it funny.
She didn't think it was very funny at all. No, I bet she did not. But I bet she's a great person too. So I love that one. We've got another one in here. Let's look down here, see what we got going on down here. And you will lead us into this one. This one I'm going to let you lead into the name of it and what we've got. What do we have in here next?
Which I don't have the
second song. So you have
starts with a J.
I'm sorry.
Does it start with a J or the A?
Just tell me.
Yep. Just tell me when.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought it was. I just want to make double sure.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So this song, I wrote this one. This was the second. Let me see. This was the second song I wrote with my buddy Tristan Grisham. We had Tristan Grisham in the room, Bryce Golden in the room, and our buddy Trent Elijah. And the week before this, I had went to a bar with one of my buddies and proceeded to drink 2/5 of Jack Daniels that night.
Oh gosh, I feel sick hearing that.
Yeah, 2. And the second one, I was already gone. The second one, I drank in probably like 15 minutes. Needless to say, I don't remember leaving the bar. I remember waking up in the hospital. And what happened was apparently I wanted to Uber like somewhere random. And my buddy was like, no, dude, we're like 5 minutes up the road from your house. We're going to go back to the house. I'm like, no. I threw a chemistry. He told me, he goes, dude, you were speaking in like tongues or something. I couldn't understand a word you were saying other than like, no, Uber, and like, I'm going. And I'm like, okay. Well, apparently I got mad at him. And this is still my best friend, by the way, after all this stuff happened. Well, I threw a punch at him. Ooh. And he turned around and hit me really hard. He's a bodybuilder. His name's Nick. And he broke my left side. Yeah, he broke my left orbital socket and broke my left jaw. And yeah, and I got knocked out. Well, the next morning, I don't remember any of this happening. I still don't remember any of it. Yeah. And I got to the hospital.
Jack Daniels. That's why.
Yeah, like the Eric Church song, Jack Daniels kicked my butt again last night.
Yeah.
And that was a time. But I woke up in the hospital, and they told me, they're like, hey, your orbital socket's fractured and like smashed into your nasal cavity, and your left jaw is broke. So we're having to transport you from the Med Center in Bowling Green down to Skyline in Nashville. You're gonna have emergency surgery. So I took an ambulance ride all the way down. And this This was a Saturday morning. This all happened. I had a show Saturday night.
Uh-oh.
And so I got to Skyline at like 8 a.m. And this was after probably about 2 weeks of knowing my buddy Tristan. I call him. He's the only person I know in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, brother, like I'm in the back of an ambulance. I'm getting transported to the Skyline. I need you to be there. And he was like, dude, I got you. No hesitation. Showed him. So he's like, I was still so out of it because obviously concussion, I'm hurting. Like not really understanding really what's going on.
And those 2/5 will.
Yeah, I was still feeling it.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it, just hearing it.
That was too much. I don't drink bourbon anymore because of that. I put that down.
No,
and yeah, I've turned into that since then.
Yeah.
And
safer.
They told me, they were like, hey, you're gonna have to have surgery. We're putting a plate in here. Your jaw's gonna be wired shut. I was like, I can't do that. I'm playing tonight. And they were like, what do you mean you're playing? I'm like, I play music. I gotta go back to Bowling Green and play. It was a place called White Squirrel Brewery. It was supposed to be my first gig there. And they were like, honey, there's no way you're playing it. Like you're like, you can't even open your mouth. I'm like, bring my paperwork. So they brought it over. I signed myself out. I left the hospital at 4 p.m. I made it back to Bowling Green at 5 p.m. And I was on stage at 6 p.m. and played till 8.
Did you go back to the hospital after?
Oh no, I never went back.
Oh. You're still broken.
Yeah, this is still like iffy. My jaw's fine.
Yeah.
So I've played many shows since then. But my whole face right here was all black and purple. And I showed up to this still hurting, barely able to open my mouth. And they were like, what are we going to write about? I was like, dude, I quit drinking for almost 2 months after this whole situation. I was like, I want to write a song about sobriety.
Mm-hmm.
And all this, and they were like, let's do it. Okay. So we started writing it, and that's where the inspiration came from, was behind that, kind of putting the ball down a little bit. Yep.
Well, just tell me when. And he's still your best friend.
He is.
Okay.
Actually, I talked to him 10 minutes before we got on the phone. He called me. I'm like, hey buddy, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm doing this. He's like, all right, I love you.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, you'll have to. All these people are talking about in music. You'll have to get them my number. We'll have to get them scheduled to get on the show. But here it is. Just tell me when. I want to see what this song is now after that story. Here we go. Just tell me when. We've got Weston Robinson on tonight. BSG, Tracy Two-Step, Mr. Neil Sparkman up there. Just tell me when.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this after all we put each other through. And I guess I'll be honest, you were the only thing I knew. But here I am tonight, dying here on a stool. And only an empty bottle to hold fading memories of you. Just tell me when. Heaven knows this ain't easy, but I can't go down with you. I've damn near lost it all. This is my letter to you. And I've been true to you, but this is killing me. I know I hide it well, but it's plain to see. I can step away, but you pull me back in. I've got my finger on the trigger. Just tell me when.
Hey, that little train. If I play that little train, that is a good thing. I love that. I like that song. I love
Thank you so
the
much.
arrangement. Who played the strings on that?
Honestly, I could not tell you what I think what her name was. I know the guitar player that's on that, the acoustic guitar, electric guitar. There was a slight little dobro in there too. That was all Tristan Grisham, the one that wrote the song with me. The drums on it was AJ McGillivray. Funny enough, he's actually my bass player when we go out and play. He's done a few other things with Michael Hamilton now with Label 22, doing some recording. The pedal steel player, he plays for my buddy Austin Miller. I can't recall his name. Michael hired these guys out and had him send him over the stuff. Sadly, I've never worked with him in person, and I wish I could tell you exactly who it was. And they did a
all
phenomenal
good.
job.
I
Yeah,
like it. It's a great song. I love
So much.
look, at the end of the song. I already was able to sing the whole part of the song. So I already had it going out and coming out, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm not muted on one side over here. So I was going along with you, and I have no idea why. I wonder if it's production behind the scenes, but it kept flipping the pictures on you, Neil. You'd be over there, and all of a sudden you'd be huge over here on the screen. And I was like, what is happening? Nobody touched my controls. You're muted too. I was like, nobody touched my controls.
Nobody leaves Sparky in the corner.
Nobody. Y'all, we've got Liz Tay tuning in out there. She's our artist who was on last night. Oh my gosh. Robinson.
Wow.
Man, we found another gem last night, just like finding you. So Weston Robinson is on tonight with Boot Stars Guitars. Liz Tay was on last night, y'all. Y'all better watch out.
She's in the chat room keeping it busy for us over there.
Yeah, she's been over there busy getting people. She's like, I'm going to get people to come follow and get on the show. And I see all the work you're doing. So, we appreciate that because we're here on our own time, our own dime. So as soon as you have other people that come on, it's more like a family thing. You know, we're not going to get out there and search and dig for people. They usually come to us for what we're offering, especially the way it works nowadays, for us to get you that time free, all of that. And then all we ask is get as many people as you can to go build up the accounts, like and follow, and then send some more our way so that we can get them on air as well. So these are not just for veterans. I have to point that out every show.
That's right.
Because everybody's like, well, Tracy only takes veterans.
5150. No.
You said, what is Liz Tay? Liz Tay is a fabulous artist, singer, songwriter out of Georgia. who's about to drop another song that y'all better check out. That is faith-based country that will rock you to your core. That is Liz Tay, who's like my sister out there, but she's in Georgia. That is Liz Tay. Brian just asked me.
So our friends out there on the interwebs listening in tonight and on live radio, if you have questions that you'd like to send our way to ask Weston, Weston's here to answer. So
yeah, let me check over here. What was your question over here, Super Dave? And I do see Mrs. Young. Do y'all have a question over here for Weston?
Let me hear it.
Mine would be about the writing. So, like in writing for me, like you were talking about, like after a show is or in a show or just at any point, I'm like, oh shoot. And I usually show it because people are like, no, she's not. And I'm like, yeah, I old school, like let me grab some pen and a paper really fast so I don't forget.
Yep, you gotta write everything down. Otherwise, it's just one, right over the head.
Yeah, I'll forget it. But things will come in, and they may never be anything, but they were something at that moment. So writing to me is always something that I ask about, collaborating, and how easy does someone find that comes to them. It actually comes easier to me to write than it does to do any other part, actually. So writing to me is the easy part, but to some people it's actually not. So it's like, no, I'd rather not have to write them. But here's the smart people. Actually, Brooks Herring and I had a big conversation on this. I got to get him back too because I'm with other stations now. And he used to come on a lot with the other stations. I got to get him on. But he has this thing he'd always say, 1% of something's better than nothing.
That is very true.
1% of something is better than nothing. So I was like, dang it. And then he sent me this link to go buy a book about publishing songs. And so I'm like, you're just giving me a bunch of homework to do. But it did homework. I did it. I got Iron Halo for the publishing company, 2 Sip Records. We got it all worked out. But that was me meeting Brooks early on. So, and I kept trying to talk him into Label 22, but they were still nonprofit oriented and then hadn't moved to be into the label side as heavy as they are now. So they had always been working on it, but they're doing a fabulous job, and they did pick up Brooks. But yeah, I brought him to one of those monster sessions where all of us that are in radio, influencing, you name it, went to that little place, and I'm not going to say where. We all showed up there. I invited Brooks, and he was on his way to a gig, and it was packed. And that's the one where my kid at 15 jumped up on the stage after and started playing and did a song. But yeah, every time I came into town, he'd show up or I'd go see him play. But he's a good dude. He's just like a very, very kind individual. He's a big guy, very big guy. But talking
Viking,
about,
that's what comes to mind.
Just tell me when. He's someone who will speak about sobriety now. He has spoke about that on our show and to me. We did the big 5K there I was talking about, where we do, honor the fallen. And they were trying to get him, like they had cases and cases of beer left over. They were trying to give it to him like, no, man, I stopped drinking. And I was like, well, take it back to the studio or whatever for the other ones. He's like, that's not being a very good influence, Tracy. I'm like, sorry, I was just thinking about everybody else.
I'm just a team player here.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see it be thrown out. I was it. I don't drink.
That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, surely there's somebody that can use it.
Yes.
Still holds up his cup over there. Most definitely. Hey, Weston, I'm gonna put this one up there. Weston, do you have a mullet?
I do actually. It's kind of a cleaner cut mullet. I'm trying to get it
There's
angled
a new
right.
name for those.
At least it's not a reverse mullet.
Yes. Yeah, I had it. So I had my hair long and the sides were coming out, and it looked dumb. It looked like a peacock sticking out, and I couldn't get it to go behind my ears. It was like awkward stage. I'm like, I told the guy, like the guy that cut my hair, I'm like, just cut it to like a little faded mullet behind the ear, and it worked out. It worked out good. I've been growing it out for several months.
nowadays, like the newer generation, that is the thing right now. That haircut is the thing, and they have their
Oh, yeah.
own. So they don't call it a mullet anymore. They call it what do they call it? It's not the faux hawk. It's that's kind of what Brooks has. Brooks has like
Yes.
a faux hawk, but
That's what I had going through school. I played baseball. I played
Yeah.
baseball in college after I got out of the Army too, and I had a little faux hawk. Chris Bryant from the Cubs, he had one, and I set it down, and it kind of tapered into a V at the bottom, and wasn't as long as this.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. I was like, man, that's
But
the
wolf
it
cut?
is a
coolest.
mullet. Brian Wayne Perry says, "Kick ASS."
Big donkey.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, what's that? Shrek? Yeah, Shrek. There you go. That one's coming out. So
Okay.
yes, Brian, it is a. I want to remember the dang name. I can't remember it. If I opened up my door and asked my teenager immediately, he'd
They
be
call
like,
it a wolf cut.
Really? I haven't heard that, but
I haven't
I'm
heard
going to
that
ask
either.
him because
That's
now
what
it's
Google
bothering me.
says.
Yeah,
I like it. Wolf
what
cut.
is it called, y'all? Well, I guess we'll call it wolf, but there is a name. And if I
I
heard
never
it, I
thought
would
we
know.
would be talking about
Oh my
mullets on this
goodness! Look at Brian.
Redhead Joe Dirt with yes, yes.
He said redheaded Joe Dirt with a guitar. Hashtag America.
America, baby.
That
America.
was Brian Wayne Perry's comment. I want to make that clear. That was Brian Wayne Perry's comment.
I'm here for it. I love it. I love it.
I love it too, but I'm just staying
Hashtag
here. I get to be here. I get to stay here. And this is why we got to have security behind the
Hashtag
scenes.
cancel.
We don't want that one.
No.
We do not want that one. We got to get some more music rolling in through here. Where are we headed to, Mr. Neil, over there?
Well, if
Be quiet.
me, I'm pretty quiet tonight.
You are quiet. Way too
Well, I need
quiet.
you to
over there.
I need you to
You know
breathe
what?
every once in a
Let
while
me
so I
look.
can talk.
Let me look. Let me look. What do you say? What did you say?
I didn't hear nothing.
Just breathe and I can
Breathe.
get a word in.
You know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do, because she's my sister
I'm
out
kidding.
there, and I want Weston to see this, what we discovered just recently, okay? And this is the lady that keeps popping in. See, we would do this for you. I would do this for you. I'm going to show you something. It's called My Story or If You Don't Love. Which one, Neil? Which video do you want me to play?
Oh, if you don't love.
Okay. Now, Liz Tay's been tuned in all night to your show. She was on last night, and we're like sisters now. Everything that came out last night was like, everybody literally thought we were sisters. So I'm going to give this one a shot and let you see this artist that we just
Let's
found,
do
and
it.
see what you think. This is how it works. It comes around by us all sticking together. Here it is, Liz Tay.
If you like a good y'all with a southern drawl. If you like a good y'all with a southern drawl. Nothing but the truth, won't fake at all. and some collard greens. Chick-fil-A with a sweet iced tea on a front porch swing. George Jones singing with a steel guitar, talking about Jesus in a small church choir. Coon dog barking up a tall oak tree. If you don't love country, then you can't love me. If you don't love country, then you can't love me. If you don't love country, then you can't love me. Yeah. That's right.
There's my hat. That's my hat. Oh my goodness, that blue hat, y'all. That is a whole story. I won't go back in it, but that's why Neil's laughing. I'm like, I was promised a blue hat just like that, and it poof went away. So
That was great.
did you look? I mean, see, when
That's phenomenal.
Didn't you like that? I was like, holy
Yes,
cow.
it's catchy.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
But she's a true down-to-earth individual that I was sitting right with and talked to all the time. Like, she's a very good individual. So she works a lot with Brian Wayne Perry that's been in here talking all night with you. So yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
And she's been in here paying attention to your show, and she actually listens. Like, she's been like telling everybody, go follow Blue Stars Guitar.
That's so
go
great.
Find Tracy Two-Step. Go find what they're doing.
So what we're getting at
Is
is
it
we're a
slow?
big
You
community.
can dance to it.
I love it. I'm here for every bit of it.
I know, right?
I love exactly what you guys are
Have you
doing
here.
too.
Need to get you on this wall behind me though.
Absolutely. I look.
Yeah, you do.
I look like in my picture. I look like a child.
Oh, I got your picture.
Oh,
yeah.
I was.
Yeah. Usually y'all are kids when you join. Literally, mine was.
I was 17 when I had my picture done, and I look
Oh.
completely different.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's
Neil.
18-year-old Neil.
Yeah. They're all children. Brian says Liz Tay is the poster child of country music. Yep. And that blue hat, Brian, the blue hat. Do not forget about the blue hat.
Yeah.
Trust me. Y'all are not going to quit hearing about it till I get it. So I'm a
You need
hat
to bring him
person.
down here to Texas and do a show, and we'll get you on the memorial wall down here in my studio.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, like he has in his name, Patriot Fest. Patriot Fest is something that we have going as well. So between everything we're doing here and everything that goes on in the Nashville area, trying to combine that with our mission, the mission we're on. Weston, I don't know if you know this to be true, but I speak very blunt when I say this, and it's about, I thank all of those who serve and have served and their families. But what I find out there, and I've lived it because I've had a nonprofit before he was, I'm not allowed to say the word, before. So he's up there. And now that he's not right here with us, I'm not allowed to say these words. I'm allowed to say unalive. That's what I'm allowed to say. I can't believe that, but that's why meta sometimes makes me mad. So I'm not allowed to say, and his obituary, none of that's the truth either. So I wasn't allowed to tell anybody the truth until this last year. And now I'm allowed to tell the whole truth. I won't do that tonight. But he's not here right now. But everywhere I went, I'd already ran an organization while he was joined for veterans, for everybody. I looked everywhere, like, where is something for us? Like, where's a music program? Where's a something? What about his siblings? Nothing. I mean, people will talk about the wife and the kids and the Jodies that will come steal the guys in there and their money. Nobody thinks about, well, what about the brothers and the sisters and the moms and the dads? What about the actual family of these kids that go in? I mean, I've looked and looked, like, for my kid that's into music and all that. I'm like, where does he go? He's not allowed to go to these programs like Creative Vets. Love them, but we can't go anywhere. We don't have programs. So we have to create the programs for the people to include, when the veteran's no longer here, we got to let the kids step in. And I go there first because I have other kids. So you need to let those siblings step in and let them get to go places, let them get to be around. Where's their unit? Where is what was there? And then it's gone. You know what I mean? And as a mom, I'm like, where's my unit? It's gone. It's like ripped right out for you. So that is the mission that we are on, is we want to close this together with our veterans and I can tell you from personal experience, getting around a veteran, being a Gold Star mother, I felt better and do feel better and comfortable around a veteran. Put me around somebody who's not, I'm not going to be as forthcoming and like totally myself. I'm probably going to shut down a little more about some of it. So basically what I'm saying is it's like I'm trying to create this program, and I have been for a long time. And I have other families that are like, when you figure it out, let us know, because they don't want us around. So the Gold Star families are like, if we could have this, big brother, big sister, this is what I've been trying to work on. And it's like, connect a veteran to that family. And I guarantee you, it will help the veteran, because it gives that veteran something to look at and go, man, there's a family that needs me. And then it's got these kids, you got the mom. I'm telling you, I know it. I feel it in my bones, and it's going to happen. But I have to point that out in this show, especially. Liz Tay did tune back in and said, thank you for playing her song. You're welcome, girl. We played your whole video. We love it. The blue hat. Just remember that, Liz. The blue hat.
She's gonna take it from you when you guys hang out.
It's
I
gonna
spray
cost you
painted
the
one
blue
for
hat.
you today, Tracy.
Hey, I have it recorded that she's giving me the blue hat. So it is recorded.
And it's a legally binding contract now.
It is. It is. Hey, Godspeed to you, Brian Wayne Perry. It's because of veterans like you and people like you that I'm here right now. And Neil and Weston all on here right now. Look at this one. Look at this. Look what she said. Liz Tay
There we
said,
go.
Oh,
it is yours. There you go.
too soon,
I
Liz.
believe
Too
her
soon.
anyway. No.
Too soon,
I
Liz.
trust
We had to
her.
ride that one out. I had to spray
Oh,
paint.
everybody, I'm still getting messages. They're like, my God, you both said yes to Grease. Like, everybody was laughing. Neil and I, we were all at music awards. And the part where it's like really boring, I'm sorry, and I'm not saying which one it was. It's not like they're boring, but the part where it's like you got to sit. But then the after area where it's like finally, like the live band's on, you can get up, move around, and dance. It started playing Grease. And it's Grease Lightning, and I'm like, man, I got to the bathroom, and I heard it, and I came running in, literally slid across the dance floor, and I'm just going. And so they told on me last night that we have a super fan who watches the show, and she was there, and I read her comment aloud, just like how Brian had me walk into a situation earlier. I read her comment saying, ask her if she likes the songs in Grease, me not even thinking about it. And then they all start laughing. And she's like, Tracy, don't you remember running in and doing your whole dance? And I'm like, oh,
yes. Now that you bring it up, yes.
Then they got a picture. So, but her answer was yes. I mean, so every time that she was asked something, I was like, yes. So I loved every bit of it. Brian Wayne Perry says that hat is in the mail already. Dear Lord, she wants that hat. You don't understand. It's a long conversation that Neil knows about, that we've spent time with someone who promised me this blue hat.
She's like, I'm gonna get it.
It's because of, look, we went out there in the heat.
You can't tell her anything.
I can't tell. Well, no, we can't tell them why in the story.
No.
But you know.
No, but you were told about the hat, so now you're going to talk about the hat until the hat shows up. That's
and
we're gonna wear the hat on every podcast going forward.
Well, you know what? Well, we're radio and TV and all that. So earlier, somebody slapped my hand and the word podcast came up. I was like, well, we are that too with Heroes Media Group. But yes, we are radio and TV. So shout out to Heroes Media Group, HMG. They're all veterans. And she's laughing over here. She's like, she's gonna walk across that Texas line, right? We lift our feet when I go across a bridge or like a line like that. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, Weston. Like, it's a Southern thing. I hold up my legs when you go over a bridge. She does too. So she's like, we're gonna pick our feet up. That's what she's talking about. We're gonna pick our feet up when we go across the bridge or you cross other state lines. Yes, we both have these weird, like Southern things that we do. And listen, when I wear that hat and I'm doing a show, guess what? Guess who gets the shout out every time? Liz Tay. Smart marketing.
Smart
Genius.
Genius.
I love it.
Genius.
Hey, I'm not going to shout out the other person who promised it,
All
so
right.
because it never happened. But where are we going? We are at.
Well, I'm
we
going to ask
have-
a few questions.
Let's do it.
Go for it. I was going to explain it, and it is because we have so many hours that we fulfill on air for radio and TV. Weston, you don't have to stay. If you need to go, you can go. But we have to
Yeah.
be here for the 2 hours to finish up the show with
You've
music.
only got
That
2
is
minutes
key.
left, so might as well hang.
Do it.
Might as well hang.
I do have to
So-
play some music in a little bit, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Neil.
So I'm going to ask a few questions. We'll play a song
sir.
and then
Hey, Angel.
go there. So,
This is Angel Grace.
where was I? Oh, so at this moment, what advice do you have for aspiring young artists and veterans that are transitioned from military service?
Don't let anybody stop your dreams. If you want to do something, do it. You only have one life to live. So, you could play in front of 5 people and they're like, dude, don't, just quit. You're never going to make it. Don't do this. You're not, I'm sorry, but what you're doing, you're not trying to please them. Don't worry about what a few people have to say. Don't stop, hone in your craft. If you want to play music, play music. If you want to write music. Because like what Tracy said earlier about what Brooke said, 1% is better than nothing. So putting in a little time and effort, getting better every single day, that's it. Don't stop. Because whenever I first started playing, I mean, I had more than I can count on my hands and my feet tell me, they're like, hey, it's not worth your time. It's never gonna be worth it. And now look, I mean, a very short time later, boom.
Yeah. So, the old adage is you're going to play the same as you do for 5 versus 500, right?
Yep.
So same. So it's 500 every time, 5,000, whatever. It doesn't matter if there's 1, 5 or 500 or 5,000 in that
Yep.
room. You're going to pour it out. And
Yep.
That's the most important thing you can do. And that's growth, right? So that's what it's all about. And, you never know who's going to be in that room and how you're going to affect somebody with your heart.
As long as one person comes up and tells me and shakes my hand, like, hey, I love what you do. You sound good. You played, like, one day I was playing at Margaritaville and I sang Drink a Beer by Luke Bryan. And he cried and he came up to me and goes, that was my mom's song. We played it at her funeral. He goes, yeah, I haven't heard that song. And he said for a few years, and he goes, thank you for playing it.
Yeah.
And that made it worth it. I'm like, I can sit up here all day and, some people don't pay attention, but literally one person could be listening. And you bring up a memory they had in the past of whether it was riding in the truck with their granddad, listen to this, to the same song. And it's such a cool feeling.
And you connected, man. You got it. And it's great. So we have an audience question now. So
Sure.
Who is your favorite country music influence?
For the putting out songs aspect of it, like the artist side of things, probably Zach Top right now. If I had to choose somebody in this moment, Zach Top, I've met him. I've talked with him. He's genuinely a really good guy. So down to earth, puts out great music. For the writing side of stuff, I'm going to go Ernest. All the songs and hits he's written for everybody, just super versatile. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, my wife got to meet Ernest at a NSAI event here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area a few years ago.
Jealous.
And so she was there was 50 people in the room with them, and they did basically a 3-hour session. It was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So they got to learn quite a bit. So yeah, so it's cool hearing that. And then Zach, you're not the first person I've heard say that about Zach. He's stayed true to himself, and just think 5 years ago he was not doing a whole lot.
Nope.
And look, he's like one of the top 10 earners right now in country music.
Yes. It seemed like it was overnight, but there was a plan all along.
Yeah.
You know, being found by Carson Chamberlain. Is that right? Yep. Getting sought out by him. And he's like, listen, dude, I've got a plan. He's like, just trust me, stick with this plan. I mean, look where it's got him. So
Yeah.
there's always a plan behind everything. And, you know, really, like you said, staying true to yourself. You know, he didn't jump on a little bandwagon and try to
No.
do radio country. You know, he was like, I'm gonna do what I do. And that's
Yeah. So
exactly
2 years ago, I was in Nashville recording with an artist that we manage, and you know, we had the A-listers in our group. We were at Ocean Way, you know, and not in the church room, but in the Studio B. And at the end of the session, we were just hanging out and talking for a few minutes, and I asked the session leader, I said, "Who's the hottest person that you think is going to be next?" And Zach Top was who they named. They said, we just recorded his album, and
wow.
yeah, right here in this studio, and it took us 2 weeks to record it. You know, so it was very, very cool. So, you know, when you're talking about people, you never know who's going to be next, but
Yes.
you know, but you know what you like, and you know what resonates. And, you know, that I think that's the most important thing is being unique to yourself, right? And with what you're doing, and establishing your sound, establishing your brand, being true to yourself first, but
Yep.
second, being true to your fan base.
Yeah,
You know,
and being authentic is something a lot of people don't have anymore. And
Yeah.
so when you're truly authentic, people fall in love with it. And you don't build like, oh, I'm a fan of this song. No, I'm a fan of the artist, and I'm going to listen to everything this artist does. I'm going to follow them on social media, and every little detail. You know, you build those lifelong fans.
Yeah, and that's it's important. And you know, my big encouragement here is let your fans know you. You know, let them in on who you are and what your values are. And you know, I'm sure you have a lot of your military values that you bring into your everyday core. And you know, some of those items are helping lead your path forward. You know, to persevere, because we as military guys, we were trained to persevere, right?
Yep.
And so, you know, I was raised military as well. And, you know, the worst thing that can happen is what? They say no, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the worst thing. So now you have to go get your yes. And you're going to do what it takes to get there, you know, and just keep climbing, keep rucking in your case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I do have questions over here. So Angel Grace is with me. She's like a super fan of Liz Tay's. She tuned in tonight. Do you have a question over here, Angel Grace?
I don't.
You're just liking the show, and she's asking me where Liz is. Super Dave. What is your question? We got a violation. We got two of them. The conversation that you guys were just having, I was paying attention to our audience. So the conversation that you and Neil had, whatever you were talking about, we got two violations. It says that a veteran was doing a Q&A session and asked specific questions. I don't know. It's stupid. So listen, Brian Wayne Carey, strategy builds success. And it says improvise, adapt, and overcome. Most definitely. Liz is talking about how Ernest followed her on TikTok when she was live and wanted to know what your goals were with your music. And it won't let me dispute it, Brian. I'm trying. It won't let me click it. And I think someone did it on purpose. And it's, oh, Lord, tell her to ask a question about him. Angel Grace, she wants you to ask a question about Weston Robinson.
Of course she did.
Yep, she did. Everybody can hear you. So she said for you to ask a question about Weston Robinson.
I don't know.
Okay. How about what would you ask Liz if she were on?
Oh, one?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hard.
Well, can he
Oh.
two-step? That's a good question. Do you two-step?
Oh, I used to be able to. I don't move like that no more.
Okay. So he's saying no, I think, to that one. What else would you ask him? Has you ever sang in church? I think that's one you would ask Angel Grace. Did you grow up singing? Was singing something that was a part of you when you were younger?
A little bit. I never really got up in front of anybody and sang. But I grew up a pastor's grandson. Going to
I
church
knew it. I don't know how I knew that.
every Sunday. Went to church. It was in Olive Branch, Illinois. We lived in Wickliffe,
Yeah.
Kentucky, and we drive over through Carroll, Illinois, going to our church about 45 minutes away. And so we go there. Sing along in the pew. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And now I actually am the acoustic guitar player, and I do background vocals for a church. It's a Franklin First United Methodist Church, and I run their social media too. But it's the same church. Really, it's funny how music all loops back into everything. It's the church that Johnny Cash and June Carter got married in.
Yep. Boy, does this all tie into last night too. So Angel Grace, you're like tripping on that one too, like me, right? Because we got to talk about Johnny Cash last night for a lot of reasons.
Oh, really?
Liz and myself. Yeah, my grandmother's name is Jean, and my son's name is Cash, and there's a reason. And then Liz Tay's great grandfather also had family that played with the Man in Black as well. So
Oh, wow.
we have that in common. What, honey?
That's really cool.
Liz just texted me.
What'd she say?
He said, ask him what is his goals.
What are your
What are my
goals?
goals?
I think you should music goals.
Yes.
Music goals. Okay, what are your music goals? Liz literally texted her.
That's a tough one. I mean, after
Yeah.
everything's happened so quickly, you wanna keep the quickness happening and have everything happen as it has previously. I mean, really, next step is just keep writing. I want to put out a few more singles before I put out an album, and I mean, hopefully get it charted. I mean, that's the big goal. Eventually getting something, one song on the radio, and then hopefully 2, 3 from that point forward. I haven't really set any goals because then you have expectations, you get let down.
Most definitely. And
And
I've heard that. When someone will say that, I say that about goals. They're like, you should set goals. Well, it's not like I don't. It's
yes,
just that, you don't want to. It's just how I think. It's a way of thinking. Did you like that answer, Angel Grace?
I think it's
She loves your answer. Now, I got it on the church part without even knowing. I promise y'all. I haven't even been on the phone with Weston, so I did not know that. So
yeah.
we got
I
lucky
think
there.
it's so important to stretch and grow.
Yeah. And I do
Absolutely.
agree with Brian Perry that it was nothing that we said. It is basically, I can't say it out loud because they'll hear
Yeah.
me.
The comment is correct.
Yeah.
I knew I was good.
Yeah, it's all right.
I had to think about what we said. I'm like,
We were
I
just
don't know.
persevering over here.
yeah.
I have no
We
idea.
were talking about perseverance. So,
Oh,
but
well, I guess you were going too well for
Persevering too hard, I guess.
Yeah,
I
you're
guess
persevering
so.
too well
So,
without
what's your-
using.
How often are you
Social
playing full band right now, Weston?
This month has been kind of slow with full band. Whenever I started booking this year,
35 minutes.
this month just happened to land a bunch of solo shows. Typically we're playing about once a week, with full band shows. Our next full band one, actually it's back-to-back days. Friday, we're playing at the Kentucky Opry in Draftonville, doing a classic country night. And then Saturday we're playing at a place in Madisonville, Kentucky called the Social Tap. We're playing back-to-back nights, full band. And then after that, it goes back to solo for a little bit. It's just very,
so-
sparse.
Yeah. So tell everybody what the name of your band is.
We actually changed it. It was West on I-65 when we first joined together. But dealing with Label 22 and my writing side of stuff, they were like, "Hey, would be best if you switched over to an artist deal. So it's just Weston Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just playing behind you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the
So
bearded drum kit. The bearded drum kit. Did you? That's in a picture.
Yes. So
What
that
is
was White
that?
Squirrel Brewery.
Okay.
It's a really cool venue here in town. John Stevens is one of the owners, and that's his face that's blasted up on the. He's kind of the face of White Squirrel, and
So it's a house kit.
yes.
Most definitely.
That's cool.
And do you like to write from experiences or from imagination? I do
Both.
of this. Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
If something happens in experience, I may dramatize it to fit something a little differently.
Mhm.
But I love both aspects of it. Like the just tell me when, from experience. My
Yep.
next thing, well, I technically from experience too. Grant, I didn't have a really hand in writing it. We had one called I have one coming out called Ain't No Line in the Neon. It's about kind of a Nashville scene, pretty much how women go down there and take a ring off when they're in Nashville, and
Oh,
yeah,
Now they go down there to do all kinds of things.
yes, they do. And
They've always done it. It's just that it's become more popular.
yeah, I wrote a song about it. Just sitting on the couch one night. My wife sitting beside me. I'm like, hey, I've got an idea. I wrote it down in 15 minutes. I didn't even have a guitar out. I just wrote it down, was playing it in my head, and started playing it. And she's like, did you just write that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's good.
Ooh, that's the tea. That's the tea. That's what she said. Ooh, that's tea. That's unsweet tea. That's called unsweet tea. I love it. I like that. You can tell she's in Georgia. That we're
there's no
both.
such thing
Yes.
as unsweet tea. There's tea and sweet tea.
No, well,
Yeah.
I can't stand unsweet tea.
I can't do it.
I don't get it. Yeah, it's like brown water. So
Bitter.
and I don't do well at drinking my water. I need to do better at that too. So we're here. We've got Angel Grace, who's over here, super fan with Liz Tay. We've got several people paying attention over here. I've got you over inside here to grab some music. We're counting it down. We're getting close here to where we'll be wrapping it up. What I'd like to look for is, I don't have any more of yours in here, Weston. So unless you're playing, I'm going to grab a song out of here.
Let's do it.
And what I would do is I will grab a veteran or mine. Which one did Liz last night? You know what? Angel Grace and Liz Tay. Which one last night, Liz, did you want to hear again? Let's let Liz and Angel Grace go there. Liz hung out for a long time last night, Neil. We had an after show party, and she was hanging out for a long time. You went to bed. So Liz, put on your sweet tea, and out of all the songs that you heard last night, what would you pick for Weston? Yes. Yep. Yes, ma'am. She's following me. Yes, ma'am. She's answering. We're Southern. It takes a minute. Hold on. Y'all, I love to cut up a lot. Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. So Liz Tay, I'm putting it there so y'all see this, what she wants. Look what she wants, Neil.
Oh,
She wants Heaven and Gasoline. Heaven and Gasoline was going to be a throwaway song. And now when people hear that title, they're like, what do you mean Heaven and Gasoline, Tracy? And I'm like,
got a match.
Just listen. All right, Liz Tay for you. Shout out Angel Grace, super fan over here. Weston Robinson. We're here at Boot Stars Guitars, the hit list. Here with our veteran Weston Robinson, who's going to listen to Heaven and Gasoline, picked by the artist Liz Tay.
You light a smoke on the hood of my car. Talking about heaven like it's not that far. Tattooed hands and a prayer on your sleeve. I'm a saint when you're standing next to me. We ain't angels, we ain't clean, but love still burns like gasoline. We're heaven and gasoline, baby, hold on tight. Running on faith through the neon night. Fire in our hearts, smoke in our dreams. Crashing into grace like a movie scene. Deep burn, we pray, we still believe. Yeah, we're heaven and gasoline. You kiss like thunder, you talk like rain. I taste redemption in your pain. Two lost souls on borrowed time. Turn our wreckage into something divine. Every scar's a holy sign. Every sin still shines in your eyes. We're heaven and gasoline, light it up again. Love's our church and the road's our friend. Fire in our hearts, smoke in our dreams. Crashing into grace like a movie scene. Deep burn, we break, we still believe. Yeah, we're heaven and gasoline. Yeah. Under the stars where the lost come clean. You and me, the in between. If love's a spark, then let it bleed. 'Cause baby, that's all the heaven we need. Well, heaven and gasoline, not dark and bad. While the halo's burning bright. Fire in our hearts, smoke in our dreams. Crashing into grace like a movie scene. We burn, we rise, we still believe. Yeah, we're heaven and gasoline.
Ooh, there it is. Now do you get heaven and gasoline? When you first hear the title, everyone's
Love
like,
it.
what is she writing about?
I love that.
Heaven and gasoline. There it is. Just for Liz Tay out there, she literally last night sat in here and we just listened to songs, went through a lot of conversation, and she picked that one. So that was for Liz Tay. That's what she picked. So she says it's catchy. So
It is.
it burns me up inside literally when I play it still, and like the lyrics. So if you pay attention to the lyrics. So but it does, it means it's a good thing. It's a good thing. If you're paying attention, it's a good thing. So all right, we're moving through the show here with Booth Stars Guitars. We still have time in here for another one. Do we want to go with Hank? You want to hear the newest Hank? I have in my possession, Hank the Fourth is making a big swing right now. I don't know if you know that. There's a Hank the Fourth. Yep. And he'll be on soon, but we know him. And he has a song that he has just put out. And this kid is unbelievable. And you would not believe, I mean, he plays every instrument. I don't even know what else to say, but it's just, he's phenomenal. But I have a song in here that Brian Wayne Perry wrote just for Hank the Fourth. And Hank the Fourth, watch out, y'all. When I say we're finding them, we're finding them. This kid is Ricky Williams. He's Hank the Fourth. He is a family member. Buzzed four-wheeling. It's just the name. Buzz Whirlin. This is Hank the Fourth. Here we go.
Come on! Johnny paycheck on the 8-track, cold beer in my hand, living in a double wide. This is who I am. Back deck sunsets, paint the sky with fire. I don't need much more. I got all I desire. I'm bust for wheeling in my Chevrolet, tearing through the mud, letting worry wash away. God's riding shotgun, I feel so blessed. This outlaw life suits me best. River out back, fish just waiting on my line. Day after day, I'm living mighty fine. My old dog's on the porch, barking out the cars. I'm here in the country. We're living like stars. I'm bust for wheeling in my Chevrolet, tearing through the mud, letting worries wash away. My car's riding shotgun, I feel so blessed. That's how life suits me best. Trailer walls might be thin, my heart's built strong. I found my heaven here where I belong. Raised up a toast to the simple and free. This outlaw life was meant for me. Yeah, I'm bust for wheeling in my Chevrolet. Johnny paycheck playing while the sun fades away. My car's riding shotgun, I feel so blessed. This outlaw life was meant for me. Yeah.
There you have it. What do you think of that one, Weston?
That's phenomenal.
Do you hear him? I'm like,
Oh, yes.
you need to do that.
Yes.
Listen, I met this kid at, he's a kid at the CMAs. He's standing there and he's wearing the old style Hank hat and this suit. He's got to be like 18 or 17. And I just needed to know, like, that was weird. I just needed to know, like, who is this kid? So I'm over there and I'm saying hi to him. I get him on our show before we are with our partners now. And this was before Brian Wayne. And he was good, but he wasn't like blowing me out of the water.
Sure.
Brian Wayne got a hold of him, wrote this song, spent some time with him, and came back and got this song. I'm like, that's not the same kid. I'm like, he's like, he spent time with them, you know, coached him.
Wow.
And, you know, he's young, but this kid can go in his room, play every instrument, record everything, put it all together. And that's what he was doing.
That's incredible.
Holy cow. Yeah.
That's talent.
He's talented, big time. So that is Hank the Fourth. His real name is Ricky. But just like me and my family, we have things going on with Gene and June and Cash and Carter's and all that. He's got things going on with the Williams family. So I get
That's
it.
awesome.
We claim it, but y'all should check out Hank the Fourth right there. He is amazing. But Brian Wayne got a hold of him, and I am telling you, yeah. Oh, Brian, I loved you until you said that. I want a Ford. That was my only thing. I was like, you got the Chevy in there. I'm a Ford person. You know, we appreciate you, Brian. Love it.
Yes, sir.
You saying thank you. I have our guest over here. Do y'all have anything? Because we are about to wrap this up with Weston Robinson, who's been on here tonight the whole time with us. He spent the whole radio show with us
Showing
tonight.
fast.
Yeah, they're asking.
It really did. I looked up. I'm like, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're closing up. I have the question
Wild.
of someone who's in Nashville asking when you'll be in Nashville to play because they live there.
Tomorrow morning, actually, 11 to 3. I'm playing at Margaritaville on Broadway.
There you go. Super Dave.
Doing the
And
solo.
that- Yep. Solo acoustic, and then
Yep.
Sunday morning as well, 11 to 3.
There you go at Margaritaville.
Yep. Both. So tomorrow and so Thursday morning and Sunday morning.
Very
You
nice.
got it.
There we
He's
go.
telling you exactly when. And thank you, Brian. I want a Ford song. There we go. Yes, pleasure meeting
Same to you,
too.
Brian. Appreciate you.
He's saying pleasure meeting you to
Yeah.
you. Neil, how would you like to wrap up? And Super Dave, I'll keep y'all tuned in. You know, Weston, keep me tuned in with where you're at, what you're doing, where
Sure
you're
will.
playing. That's how we get that out. Liz was smart. She came back in. She's letting everybody know like what is going on. I don't think anybody else has done that. I'm like, that's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Love
So
it.
Yes.
she's smart.
come work with us.
Yeah, definitely. And then of course
Work and
pass
work.
the
But, yeah.
number. I mean, I need to get more veterans used to coming in, and we want to get them coming to Texas as well. So
Yes.
Yep,
it's not
absolutely.
just Nashville,
Down
y'all.
down here in Texas. But,
I would love to.
Yeah, I'll
They
be out
said
there in
11
2 weeks.
to 3 on Sunday. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, 11 to 3 on Sunday.
Yes, 11 to 3 on Sunday. Dave, can you make it down to Margaritaville? He's co-hosting over here.
Yeah, on the other platform.
Yeah, just let us know, Dave. If you have someone that comes up and goes, I'm Super Dave,
No,
and
I'll
I was
order.
co-hosting.
I will know exactly who that is.
Yes, that will
Yeah.
be the guy over here who's been paying attention to all of this. There you
Yeah.
it's not far from you at all. Okay, you got it. There you go.
So-
Perfect.
So everyone that's still listening, make sure you get a like, share, follow Weston Robinson Music on Facebook, Instagram. I believe
That is on
he is out on YouTube as well with some
Yep.
live
TikTok
record.
too. I just don't post as much on there as I should.
Yeah, but get out there, like, share, follow, all the good stuff. And he is out on Spotify, so make sure you're giving him a follow there, so that when the new music he has that he's cutting right now gets ready to drop, you're on those pre-save links and some of the first people get in your playlists. So make sure you're out there. So Weston, make sure you tell all your songwriting friends to come join us. And
I sure will.
On Boot Stars and Guitars.
I agree with Liz.
I sure
No,
You know,
will.
veteran-
definitely, Weston, get in touch. I got plenty
I
of
will.
songs sitting there. If you need songs, I mean, they're there for days.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Veteran Weston, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you for
and your
yours.
family for serving our country and leading and inspiring people every day as we do. That's our calling as veterans,
Yes.
is
Liz
to
and I agree
educate.
again.
And we're gonna have
We're like
You guys be
sisters here,
careful.
Brian.
they're talking about Fords over here. So make sure you're leading and inspiring people every day. And
Sir.
that's what we do as veterans. And look forward to having you on a Sergeant Two-Step event here soon with us. We're going to be over there in the Southeast. So
I would
come
love
out.
to.
and
Do you all
do a little
know
stuff with
Tommy Barnes? Brian, my answer to you is I don't, but I'm looking. So send
Definitely
him
look
on.
up.
Send him
Yeah,
on.
so-
Let's go. Just like I'm telling
So,
Weston.
parting message for the night, Weston. What take us away?
Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't let anybody tell you no. Stay true to yourself. Be humble,
Back.
and count your blessings every day.
Yeah, life's short.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yes.
It is. It is.
Ooh, I agree with this one, Brian. I'm on this one.
Yeah.
Although I got Harley over here, but I do love a good Indian. A motorcycle, y'all. Motorcycles. We're talking
Yes.
He
motorcycles.
was talking about a McGraw song. So
Oh, Indian Outlaw is a Tim
Yes.
McGraw song, but I
yes,
didn't
that's
say
who he's
it.
trying to represent to us.
Yeah, but I would have
You're
been
more like a
roasted for
Yamaha
that.
driver, though.
I
That's
just
a
don't
whole
want to get
different
roasted. You don't
I got to stay on
understand.
4 wheels. I don't do bikes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
So-
anymore. I don't now, but I used to love it. But
Yeah. So
yeah, I respect it.
Tracy,
you know
take us
that
out.
they raise more money for veterans and others, the motorcycle community, than any
Yes, they
other
do. Yes.
group. Any other group. So I love them. And Tommy Barnes actually wrote Indian Outlaw. So Brian there is backing me up. The reason I was cracking myself up is because of Indian. And you made me think of motorcycles, and I was like, shoot, everybody's going to think I'm talking about something else. So thank you, Brian, for putting that out there. Tommy Barnes wrote Indian Outlaw. I'd love to have him on.
Wow.
Definitely. Bring it on. I would say exactly what Neil had to say and exactly what you had to say, Weston. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your service.
Same here.
Please forward the
It's a
number to everybody else. Let's get them on.
I will.
Or I'm going to get them because I know where to go and I know how to get them.
Let's do
So
it.
tell them to bring it on. There's a lot of good changes that have happened. Thank you, Brian Wayne Perry over there, Liz Tay coming back in. Every one of you out there that join in on our lives, pay attention. Our shows are out there. BSG, Boots, Stars, Guitars. I'm Tracy Two-Step. That is Neil Sparkman. We have many people involved with Sergeant Two-Step Foundation and many things coming. Patriot Best, which is in Neil Sparkman's line over there. So pay attention to BSG. Life is short. Take care of each other. There's 30 seconds in every day where something could change for the best in your life or the worst. So in every day, pay attention because you just never know. And that we're going
Amen
to
to that.
tell you. We'll see you down the road. Thank you for tuning in.
Little bit reckless, you can't hang, you can't handle Texas. Yeah.